I now know why people hire a wedding planner. Not to complain about some trivial shit, because this really is just trivial shit. Doesn't really affect you guys. Well, it kind of does affect you guys, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this in the beginning of the video here, is that I'm getting married, as I told you guys. The wedding isn't even till next year, so it's not something that's happening right away. But girl fiend, her parents, and I, and my parents have been trying to coordinate everything for the wedding and trying to get everything done within 2 weeks after the engagement happened. And holy shit, I'm not even that hands-on in the process, and I'm feeling just physically, emotionally, and everything drained. It is just such a fucking experience to the point that I don't even think I've uploaded a video here in the past week because my free time has been so slim to none. So anyway, my videos are a bit lacking lately as far as the effort or just frequency. That is why, because we are trying to just get this shit done as soon as possible. We found out that venues book up really quick for a wedding, even when they're a year away. We finally got that all squared away, and I know you guys probably don't even give a shit about this, but again, I wanted to say this to let you know why you might not be seeing Archfiend videos at the frequency or at the rate that you are used to. Anyway, moving along. My inbox, my Twitter, my everything, my email addresses, holy shit. The Nerd movie came out. Now, I have said before, I have just long moved past this subject, and I just want to clarify that once and forever, finally here. I just don't care. I just don't care. In fact, I don't even know if I'm even going to get around to seeing it. Now, I guess someday I probably will, just for nostalgia's sake of the one-time fanboy of the Nerd that I was. But I look back on that era and that whole just obsession with the topic of the Nerd and the obsession of me being a fanboy of the Nerd to the point that I had Chris Boers sabotaged on a radio interview because that's how much of a fucking fanboy I was of the Nerd. That they would take down his arch nemesis, well, the internet claimed arch nemesis, not that he came out and said Chris Boers was. But just looking back on that and just looking how silly everything was, I mean, granted, it was fun times mixing up with everyone and, you know, making a ton of videos about both pro the Nerd and both anti Chris Boers to today that I'm just, like, you know, cool with Chris Boers and we talk back and forth and it's not of a hateful nature. Jesus Christ, talk about hell freezing the fuck over. But still see that guy as a douchebag for what he did, and that's what people get that mixed up, like, oh, you taking back everything you say? No, he's a rip-off hack, and he always will be a rip-off hack. I don't need to be a fanboy of the Nerd to not see that, because he always will be. Anyway, I mean, great. He made the movie. I hope it's a big success. I hope the movie that everyone paid for to make, that they have to pay for to see, is a huge success. I know that may sound just kind of like, you know, tongue-in-cheek and snarky and whatever, but that's how little I care. That's how little I care. I don't care to dissect it. I don't care to tell you how bad it is if it is bad, and I do see it and I think it's awful. I just don't give a fuck. Anyway, please stop messaging me about that, even though I know you guys will anyway. I'm not going to give a movie review of it. I'm not going to sit here and just find every little intricacy that I could possibly pick on, since I'm no longer a fanboy of that Nerd. Anyway, now to the bad news. My channel's being taken down. I got an official letter from YouTube. Very serious shit. YouTube staff team contacted me, and they sent me a private message. And let me just put it on the screen here for you. Oh God, I get it. I'm sorry, I get a little choked up when I look at this. YouTube staff team writes, "We inform you that your account was eliminated due of harsh content to YouTube and their staff." T-H-E-R-E. Okay. Your channel, C-H-A. Your channel will be taken out in the next hour. Thank you for your time. Well, it was a good run, guys. I mean, just think back on all the fun times we had and stuff like that. I mean, it was bound that I was gonna offend YouTube staff team sooner or later, and that they would contact me about my channel being taken down due of harsh content. What an F- effort. I'm sorry, like, what an F- effort. Like, did the person behind that think, like, oh, I bet he's gonna fall for this. he's so gonna get fooled, he's gonna think his channel's being taken down. F- effort, seriously. -5 stars. Terrible. Awful. Just pathetic. And that was about the dumbest fucking thing that I've seen sent to me in the past week, until one of you guys sent me this. Some guy, Chris Holland on Twitter, who's probably famous, and you guys would be like, how do you not know who he is? Anyway, this guy wants to say, why y'all acting like the world just now getting messed up? What about slavery? The Hall of Cost. Pick up a book. The Hall of Cost. I'm looking on the bottom here. 244 people favorited that tweet. Alright, maybe they were just like, you know, favoriting it and spreading it around because the guy's a complete fucking moron. But Jesus Christ. You could tell someone to pick up a book and tell us how the Hall of Cost was this big epic world tragedy and shows how the world's messed up. If this guy would have picked up a book, he would have known that the Hall of Cost was all fake. It was all staged. The Germans staged that years ago. Everyone knows that. You pick up a book, Chris Holland. The Hall of Cost was fake. Duh. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in the end here, people. Just a couple dumb things here, just to show you the shit that I have to see. Which, granted, I like you guys sending me shit like this on Twitter and to my email account, because it just makes me crack up when I see someone tell me to pick up a book and then tell me about the Hall of Cost. That's just I can't even explain of how many levels that is funny on. Oh my god, it's 52. I've counted, by the way. Anyway, everyone, I'm very busy here doing stuff, trying to make sure New Dog is entertained, even though he's sleeping behind the camera right now. New Dog, do you want to add anything? He blinked. That was his contribution to the video. He blinked off camera. He doesn't get paid the big bucks for nothing, people. Anyway, have a good day, a better tomorrow, and don't get married. If you do, elope. That is all. Oh, one last thing. I went to a country music concert last night. This kind of goes hand in hand with the whole getting married part, because when you have someone that you love and adore on this planet, you do stuff that you just don't give a flying fuck about. I saw a concert by Eldredge, I think that's his name. Anyways, never heard of the guy. Pretty decent concert. I mean, for country music. But anyways, I went to a Brett Eldredge concert last night. Anyways, I tweeted pictures about it on my Twitter if you want. Who cares? People, and I played a game on Twitter where I took a picture of the crowd and I said, we're going to play a game tonight. It's called Find the Black Person. No one won because it was an unwinnable game. Anyway, everyone, I'll end with that picture and we'll see if anyone else can win the game here. Have a good day, everyone.